know. Woo! All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I am not prepared at all. But I didn't want to be left out, so I thought I would try something. I have a bunch of things there. I text myself stuff, little random shower thoughts, things like that. You know? Doing stand-up, I feel like, you know, I've had a couple drinks. I feel like the fact that I'm standing up is... check me out. All right, so, hey, stop me if you've heard this one. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Oh, shit, you've heard this one? All right, okay. Well, damn. Okay. Used to party a lot, like a couple days ago. I went to a stand-up, right? I just said I would stand up. I'm not making any promises. Like, oh, this is not going to be funny at all. I just came up. I didn't stand up. So I was at a gas station, I was checking out, and, you know, totally just kind of one of those, you never have those times in the morning where you're just kind of out of it, you know, and you make your purchase, you're on your way to work, you know, and totally threw me off. The clerk is like, you know, I bought some like candy bars and stuff, kind of rushing to work, kind of do breakfast kind of deal. And she says, want a bag? I was like, of what? I knew we've made some political changes here in Michigan, but didn't know you did that here. No, totally joking. But I noticed as I was walking in, it said no shirt, no shoes, no service. And I was like, I wasn't expecting to find shoes or shirts for sale, but they're not going to serve me. Like, what is happening? I almost didn't walk in. I'm glad I did, because it turns out there was some on the counter. Worked out for me, but I was totally confused. Maybe I was just tired, I don't know. But anyway, I thought I'd tell you a story. When I was back in, I don't know, doesn't matter. It was a day that wasn't today. I used to party at my dad's house, and we would go on he had a loft, and we'd go outside of the window and sit just above the back door. There was like a little awning. Well, it wasn't an awning, it was a little like a back, no, it wasn't a deck either. It was just a little mini roof, I guess? I don't know, we'd sit on the roof and we'd party. And there was this Dunkin' Donuts sign that we just stare at all night, and it was like 2 in the morning, nothing else was open, so I had a whole lot of donuts that time of my life. But one day we were just partying back there, and I'm like, for whatever reason, my friend and I were like, looking at the roof of the garage, thinking like, there was an awning off the little roof, I guess, I don't know. It was not a patio, we were not supposed to be there. That's the important part of the story. We kind of like Mario Brothers, how you jump and you hit the spot right before it sinks, and you get just enough to work, you know. It was a fiberglass awning. It was not meant to support weight at all. If there was snow on it that was being supported, that's impressive enough. And we just thought, man, and there was not enough room to jump to the garage roof. We'd never make it, but I'm thinking, like, if we just use the awning as enough support to jump, just enough to, and I did it. And my friend was like, oh boy. It was one of those situations like, yeah, you go first. And then I did it, and he was like, oh my God, okay. So he jumps, but he pauses. You can tell he like had a mid-thought halfway through, like I should not do this, but he was like already kind of in the air. So he kind of paused, dented in the awning, almost fell. It's a true story, by the way. And landed halfway off the roof, my friend Adam. And I helped pull him onto the roof. And I'm like, oh my God, he just dented in the back of the awning. I need to like fix this. My dad's on his way home. Well, then my dad pulls up. So I'm like, all right. So I'm like I run to the garage, grab a broom handle. I'm trying to like push the top of the awning up so he won't notice it. And he comes back home. It's like hanging down. So he like goes to open the back door, and it hits the top of the awning. So like he can't open the door. He looks up. He goes, "What's Adam doing on the roof?" And I was like, busted. Yeah, those little memories though. But anyway, it's kind of a funny time in my life. I've had a lot of funny times in my life. There was a time in my life I actually pranked myself. How does that even work, right? Right. Well, I did. I was up drinking one night. Kid had gone to bed. It's my wife over there. And I thought, you know, it'd be really funny to prank myself. I just learned my phone, these smartphones. It's funny because we have smartphones. They say we use like how much, 10% of our brain. I probably use less than that. But if we have smartphones, and the day of the smartphone, we probably use less than that. But if I don't even know how to operate my smartphone, I'm pretty screwed, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But I just learned my phone, and I'm like, okay, I learned how to like use my calendar and set alarms and things like that. I'm like, oh my God, what if I went to like 8 months in the future and set a bunch of alarms to go off? I don't know what I'm going to be doing, but I'm going to have all these alarms going off. It's going to be so funny, right? No. It was funny that night, as I'm setting these alarms, like, oh, this one's it's going to start really early in the morning. That'll really piss me off. So I started doing that, set some really early alarms, and I'm like, then I'm going to take a break. We'll give myself 2 hours. Then I'm going to start setting a bunch of more alarms. Then I'll give myself a break, and then I'm going to set a bunch more. And then I wait till the next day and set like 30 of them to go off like every 30 seconds. True story. So then I forgot about it. I went to bed. I'd been drinking, so I went to bed, forgot about it. I probably didn't remember the next morning, right? So, time goes by, I'm living my life, got kids, I'm doing my thing, how you lose track of time. All of a sudden, my phone starts going, what the heck? It woke up in the middle of the night, what the heck's going on? It wasn't until the middle of the day I'm like, oh, that's right. And I'm like so mad at myself, like, what the heck was I thinking to do that? And it was a day, it was like not a good time. I was really busy that day. It was really, really inconvenient to have all these stupid alarms going off every 2 seconds, right? Well then, now I'm looking back, it's kind of funny. So the way I look at it, it's like my past me thought it was really funny. The present me didn't like it so much as it was happening. The future me, that was pretty fucking hilarious. So 2/3 of me thought it was funny, I call it a win. Right? That's the way I look at it, right? All right. So, I don't know, you have different beliefs nowadays, so you were, I don't believe in reincarnation. But I did in a past life. Anyway, I have some strange thoughts. We've been pondering things for a long time. Like if a tree falls in the woods and we're not around to hear it, does it make a sound? Some people say yes, some people say no. I heard no in the audience. Let's apply it to some other senses. If I light a fire and I'm not around to see it, does it still burn the forest down? Yes, it does. I'm going to say yes. All right, so I'm a family man now. 3 kids. They were up here earlier playing some music. It was amazing. Way more talent than I could ever be. But it's kind of cool sitting back. It's so much easier being a dad. Like, yeah, they're amazing. I did that. Huh? Pretty darn good, huh? I never practiced. I just made them practice. Like, hey, I did all right. It's cool. But it's weird being a family man. A family of 5, we go to a restaurant, just simple things in life that you don't think about, right? So I have 3 kids, a wife, 5 people. I order food at a restaurant, fast food, whatever. My wife usually takes the kids to a table, finds a table. We get our food. I'm the guy that goes and gets the drinks, the napkins, the condiments, and things like that. And one day I was getting napkins, and especially when the kids are small, you need a lot of napkins. You do. Anyone with kids knows what I'm talking about. And I was just bundling up napkins, and I'm like thinking, like, what if someone doesn't know that I have a family of 5? What if someone's just looking at me gathering up? That guy's planning on making a fucking mess. What did he order from Taco Bell, right? But anyway. So this is just a random thought. I have a neighbor. I don't really have a neighbor. If I did, it'd be funny if that neighbor had a dog named Santa, leaving presents all year. Thinking like, I don't know what's going on. This lady was really good this year. She's got a lot of presents in her yard. Anyway, so I had a dog named Snoop in high school, and I just love this dog. Such a cool dog. And one day I thought it would be cool to take this dog for a walk. And I thought it'd be kind of fun. People dress their dogs, whatever. And I took a pair of boxers, put the boxers on the dog backwards. So the little hole, the tail was coming out. I thought that was so funny. Well, why do you take your dog on a walk? Duh. My kid self didn't ever think of that. So I'm like walking the dog and he keeps stopping, like looking up at me and like, dude, come on, let's keep walking. Let's show this off. This is funny. I dressed you, dude. You're wearing a shirt. I tucked the shirt into the boxers and all that, his tail's sticking out. I'm like walking him around and he keeps stopping. I'm like, okay, come on, let's go. After a while, he like gives me this you can almost see his shoulder shrug, like, all right, dude, all right. He goes over behind some bushes, he takes a dump on my boxers. I've never had anyone else poop my pants before, but it happened that day. And I felt kind of bad about it. I'm like, okay, that's what he was trying to say. That little beagle eyes looking at me like, dude, I gotta go. But whatever. I'll make up my own little rules. Here's a rule for you. If someone talks in third person, it's okay to say mean things to them. If they get offended, say, oh, no, I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to whoever you were referring to. And then you act really confused and go, wait, who are we talking about? Works every time. I think it's really weird. We just celebrated Thanksgiving and Black Friday. So we have a day where we act really thankful. Like, what are you thankful for? I'm thankful for my family and my parents and my house. And then the next day we wake up really early and we go out and we fight each other over stupid shit like towels. And we beat each other up and stuff. It's weird. It's really weird to me. The other thing that's weird about Black Friday is why do we do it? Because we're going to save 30 or 40 bucks on a TV or something, right? That's really cool. We're going to save 30 or 40 bucks. So we're going to stand in line for 3 hours to save 40 bucks. Then later, summertime rolls around, we're going to say, hey, I'll pay 40 bucks at a theme park so I don't have to stand in line. Why? Whatever. I don't do it. But hey, congrats on your deal. I just feel bad for the lady that just came for cabbage that didn't realize it was Black Friday. You know? You know there's those people out there that just show up like on a regular day with a grocery list like, why is it so busy here? It's kind of crazy. I just hope she doesn't get beat up for towels. People, we see stuff on Facebook that we're supposed to repost. Things like that, stuff to raise awareness and whatnot. We need to start really taking this seriously. We need to start reposting those things for people. If we don't repost posts that other update posters tell us to repost as our posts, nothing will ever get done. Repost this to raise awareness to the non-reposters of the repost posts. Thank you. Another thing I've learned is to never say never. Never say never. Believe in yourself. And never say never. Unless you're saying never say never. In that case, you could say it twice. It's okay. You don't have to laugh. That just makes me have to wait to talk. But by all means, enjoy it. Thank you. I clip coupons. Anyone clip coupons? All right. I clip coupons, but not for the deals. I find it relaxing. And my collection is in mint condition. I have 3,427 of them. They're expired, many of them, but they're probably worth a lot of money. One is for an old laundromat that doesn't even exist anymore. It's been closed for 7 years. You can't even get that one anymore. I have 3. Thank you. That's all. Thank you so much for paying attention to me. Hope you have a great night. Talk to you soon.
Woo! Dynamite team, everybody. Sorry to be right there.